Have you ever found yourself standing at the precipice of a grand dream, a magnificent vision for your life, only to feel the invisible chains of procrastination pulling you back? That familiar whisper, tomorrow. Seductive siren song promising boundless energy and perfect conditions, yet delivering only regret. If so, then you know the struggle that once defined a young man named Alex. Alex was a dreamer, visionary in his own right. His mind buzzed with innovative ideas, ambitious plans for businesses, creative projects, and personal growth. He saw himself as a future leader, an innovator, a person of profound impact. He would spend hours sketching intricate blueprints for his future, mapping out strategies, and visualizing his success with vivid clarity. Yet for all his boundless ambition, Alex possessed an equally formidable adversary. Deep-seated habit of laziness and an unwavering commitment to procrastination, every morning. He would wake with a surge of inspiration, convinced that today was the day he would finally start. He'd brew his coffee, open his notebook, and then he'd get distracted. A compelling article online, a new show to binge, an urgent need to reorganize his sock drawer. Anything and everything became more pressing than the monumental tasks he'd set for himself. The grand plans would gather dust, the brilliant ideas would fade, and the tomorrow he constantly promised himself never truly arrived. Days bled into weeks, weeks into months, and Alex found himself trapped in a cycle of unfulfilled potential. His ambition, a bright burning star, forever out of reach. His wise old Uncle Ben, a man whose hands were calloused from a lifetime of honest work and whose eyes held the quiet understanding of the world, observed Alex with a gentle sadness. Uncle Ben had seen countless springs turn into winters, and he knew that dreams, much like seeds, required more than just good soil. They demanded diligent tending. One crisp autumn afternoon, as Alex was once again lamenting his lack of progress and blaming external circumstances, Uncle Ben called him over. "Alex," he said, his voice a calm rumble, "I have a gift for you. 2 very special seeds." Alex, intrigued, looked at the small, intricately carved wooden box his uncle held out. Inside lay 2 tiny packets. One was labeled an elegant script, Seed of Ambition. The other, in a hastily scrawled, almost mischievous hand, read, Seed of Laziness. These aren't ordinary seeds. My boy, Uncle Ben explained, his gaze piercing. The seed of ambition is a magnificent thing. It holds the potential for the most beautiful, resilient, and fruitful tree you could ever imagine. Its fruits will nourish you, its shade will comfort you, and its beauty will inspire all who behold it. But Uncle Ben paused, his eyes twinkling. It is a delicate seed. It requires constant loving care. It needs to be planted in fertile ground, watered daily with effort, nurtured with discipline, protected from weeds, pruned with consistent action. Neglect it for even a short while, and it will wither, its potential forever lost. He then pointed to the second packet. Now, the seed of laziness, he continued, a slight frown creasing his brow, is a far more insidious thing. It needs no care at all. In fact, the less you do, the faster and stronger it grows. It thrives on neglect, on inaction, on the very procrastination you hold so dear. It will sprout quickly, its tendrils spreading rapidly, suffocating everything around it. Its roots run deep, choking the life out of fertile ground, and its leaves will cast a vast, barren shadow, preventing anything else from flourishing. If left unchecked, it will consume your entire field, leaving nothing but desolation. Uncle Ben handed Alex the box. I want you to plant both of these seeds in your backyard, in a small plot of land I've prepared for you. Observe them, tend to them as you see fit, and learn their lessons. This plot of land, he added, gesturing vaguely towards Alex's life, is your potential. How you tend to these seeds will determine what kind of harvest you reap. Alex, ever the idealist, was initially excited by the challenge. Of course, Uncle Ben. I'll nurture the seed of ambition until it becomes a mighty oak. The other one? I'll just ignore it. It won't stand a chance. He envisioned himself a diligent gardener, his future field a verdant paradise. Asterisk, he went to the designated plot, carefully planted both seeds. And for a day or two, he actually put in some effort. He watered the ambition seed, cleared a tiny patch around it, and felt a surge of pride. But soon, the old habits began to creep back. The sun was too hot, he was too tired, he had an important video game mission to complete. I'll get to it tomorrow, he'd tell himself, glancing at the small, barely visible sprout of ambition. It's just a tiny seedling. It can wait. Meanwhile, the seed of laziness, true to Uncle Ben's warning, needed no such encouragement. It didn't wait. It didn't ask for water or sunlight. It simply grew. Its tendrils were thin at first, almost imperceptible, indistinguishable from other harmless weeds. But within a week, it had formed a dense, thorny thicket. Within a month, it had become a sprawling, aggressive menace. Its dark, coarse leaves monopolizing the sunlight, its robust roots intertwining beneath the soil, stealing all the nutrients. Alex's plot of land, which had once been a small patch of promising earth, was rapidly transforming into a desolate wilderness. The tiny, struggling sprout of ambition, starved of light and water, was barely clinging to life. Its leaves yellow and shriveled. The weeds of laziness, however, were thriving, a testament to their self-sustaining, destructive nature. They grew without effort, without care, without even a thought from Alex. They simply took over. He would occasionally wander out to his backyard, a sense of dread pooling in his stomach. The sight was always the same, a tangled, penetrable mess of thorny vines and aggressive weeds, completely overshadowing the pathetic, dying ambition plant. He felt a pang of guilt, a flicker of disappointment, but then the familiar voice of procrastination would chime in. It's too much work now. Look at it. It's beyond saving. Maybe next week, I'll tackle it. Or perhaps I should just start a new plot altogether. He'd retreat, his heart heavy, his resolve weakened. And the weeds of laziness would continue their relentless march, devouring every inch of potential. His actual life began to mirror his backyard. His ambitious business idea never moved past the planning stage. His fitness goals were perpetually postponed. His creative writing project remained a blank document. The initial spark of excitement for these endeavors was extinguished by the ever-growing, suffocating vines of inaction. His days were filled with idle pursuits, endless distractions, and the hollow ache of unfulfilled potential. He was becoming a living embodiment of the barren field in his backyard. One morning, after a particularly restless night filled with dreams of what could have been, Alex stumbled out to his backyard. The sight was truly disheartening. The once fertile ground was now a tangled, thorny wasteland. The seed of ambition was gone, choked out of existence, its feeble attempt at life utterly vanquished. Only the monstrous, sprawling, dark green mass of the laziness plant remained, its sharp thorns reflecting the morning sun like cruel taunts. It was a stark, undeniable metaphor for his life, a chilling visual representation of his choices. As he stood there, a profound realization washed over him, hitting him with the force of a tidal wave. Dreams alone were not enough. Ambition, no matter how grand, was fragile. It was a delicate seedling, requiring constant, diligent attention. It wasn't enough to simply have a dream. One had to actively, consistently, and relentlessly work to keep it alive. Laziness, he understood now, wasn't just a passive absence of effort. It was an active, destructive force. It didn't just sit there. It grew, it spread, it consumed. It demanded nothing but neglect, and in return, it offered only desolation. Asterisk, the shame was immense, but beneath it, a tiny ember of determination began to glow. He looked at his hands, soft and uncalloused, and then at the thorny tangle before him. "This ends today," he whispered, his voice hoarse with a newfound resolve. No more tomorrows, only today. He knew it wouldn't be easy. The field was a mess. The weeds of laziness had taken deep root, their tendrils interwoven, their thorns sharp and unforgiving. It would take immense effort, far more than he had ever expended before. But the alternative, a life lived in the barren shadow of his own inaction, was simply no longer an option. Alex walked back inside, not to procrastinate, but to prepare. He found old gardening gloves, a rusty shovel, and a pair of shears. He sharpened the shears, cleaned the shovel, and fortified his resolve. When he stepped back into the backyard, the sun was higher, and the task seemed even more daunting. But this time, the voice of procrastination was met with a quiet, firm defiance. He started slowly, methodically. Each thorny vine he'd cut, each root he dug out, was a small battle won. His hands ached, his muscles protested, and sweat stung his eyes. There were moments of despair, moments when he wanted to give up, to let the weeds win. But then he would remember the dying ambition seed, the potential he had allowed to wither, and he would push through. He worked from dawn till dusk, day after day, week after week. Gradually, painstakingly, the ground began to clear. The dark, suffocating canopy of laziness receded, revealing the fertile earth beneath. When the last of the laziness weeds had been uprooted, leaving behind a clean, albeit scarred, plot of land, Alex felt a profound sense of accomplishment, a strength he hadn't known he possessed. He looked at the cleared ground, no longer a barren wasteland, but a space ready for new life. With renewed hope, he approached Uncle Ben. "Uncle," Alex said, his voice filled with a humility he'd never known. "I understand now. I let the ambition seed die. But I've cleared the ground. Can I have another seed of ambition?" Uncle Ben smiled, a deep, knowing smile. He handed Alex another seed identical to the first. "This time, Alex," he said, "remember that the true harvest is not just the fruit, but the act of tending itself." Alex planted the new seed of ambition with a reverence he hadn't felt before. This time, he didn't just water it. He protected it. He built a small fence around it, diligently removed any tiny weed that dared to sprout, and spoke to it, pouring his hopes and dreams into its growth. He understood that every drop of water, every weed pulled, every moment of effort was an investment in his future. And slowly, steadily, the seed of ambition began to grow. It wasn't a rapid, dramatic explosion of growth, but a consistent, resilient ascent. Its leaves were a vibrant green, its stem strong and upright. As the plant flourished, so too did Alex's life. He started his business, not with a grand, overwhelming launch, but with small, consistent steps. He devoted a specific amount of time each day to his creative projects, to his fitness, to his learning. He learned to celebrate the small victories and to view setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities to prune and strengthen his resolve. Years passed, and Alex's field became a testament to his transformation. Where once there was a desolate thicket of laziness, now stood a magnificent, towering tree of ambition, its branches laden with fruit, its leaves providing abundant shade. His business thrived, his creative works found an audience, and his personal life was rich with purpose and fulfillment. He had become the leader, the innovator, the person of impact he had always envisioned. Not through magic, but through the sheer, unwavering power of consistent action and hard work. Alex's story is a profound metaphor for life itself. Each and every one of us carries within us these two seeds, the seed of ambition and the seed of laziness. The seed of ambition, with all its incredible potential, will only ever grow if it is nurtured daily with unwavering effort, disciplined action, and consistent care. It demands your time, your energy, your focus. It asks you to show up, even when you don't feel like it, to take that first step, to persist through challenges, and to learn from every setback. The seed of laziness, on the other hand, requires absolutely nothing from you. It thrives on your inaction, on your excuses, on every tomorrow you whisper to yourself. It will sprout on its own, its roots deepening, its tendrils spreading, suffocating your potential, choking out your dreams and leaving behind a barren landscape of regret and unfulfilled aspirations. It doesn't need to be watered. It simply grows, consuming everything in its path. The choice, my friends, is always ours. Every single day we stand in our own metaphorical garden, holding the watering can and the shears? Will we water the delicate seed of ambition, tending to it with the discipline it requires, protecting it from the encroaching weeds of distraction and procrastination? Or will we let the insidious seed of laziness take root, allowing it to grow unchecked, devouring our potential and leaving us with nothing but the bitter taste of what could have been? The most important lesson Alex learned, and the message I want to share with you today, is this: do not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a mirage, a trick of the mind that keeps you trapped in inaction. The future is not built on promises made to a distant mythical tomorrow. It is built on the actions you take today. Start now. Take that first small step. Nurture your seed of ambition with daily effort, with unwavering discipline, with consistent action. Pull out the weeds of laziness the moment they appear, before they can take root and choke the life out of your dreams. Your dreams are too precious to be left to the whims of procrastination. Your potential is too vast to be consumed by the weeds of inaction. Embrace the power of today. Start acting now, and watch as your own field transforms into a magnificent garden of accomplishment, purpose, and success. The future you envision is not a distant fantasy. It is a direct consequence of the choices you make and the work you put in, starting right here, right now. If you love this story, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts, comments below. Every comment you leave is a source of motivation for me to create even better stories. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.